How you doing, guys? This is Hybridsteel and welcome to Not a Scam, my card shop away from home. And today I have $81,943.88 skadoodles, and we're in a mix right now because I extended my store, and that's why I don't have a lot of money left. So I am now at full capacity of how big my shop can be. Oh yeah, well, bottom floor at least, because I have upgraded everything. Now, we have got the second floor to unlock, and I do need, the reason why I'm going to unlock it now is because, number one, I was told in one of my comments that if I unlock the second floor, the whole shop is about to change, and I'm like, I have no idea what that means. So I waited until now to do this as a video because I don't know what that means. So you're about to basically hear my own reaction of what is about to happen. So I'm going to spend $5 grand upgrading to the second floor. So we've upgraded. What's changed? Oh my god, what the smeg is that? Ew, Johnson, that's disgusting. Oh my god, that's horrible. Well, that explains the funny little staircase that was around the back of it. This is horrible. Ew, I don't like this either. This is horrible. I mean, this is genuinely disgusting. Alright, well, smeg is all I have to say. The reason why I'm saying that is just because that's just, brother. So I need to unlock all of the second floor. Well, this is, yeah, it's not very nice. I think the only way I can really get rid of this is by hoping that I can decorate through it. That's like, anyways, this didn't mess up the bottom floor completely. So what I've got is I've got enough stock on my shelf. Normally, I think I've roughly worked out that it can sell for around 50-ish grand, around that. That's how much stock I've got, and I've got the 76s in me right now. Now, because I now have unlocked all the bottom floor, I moved all my little accolades up this end, and now I've got all these walls, apart from now what's in the corner, to put posters on, which is fantastic. I took all the posters down, I sold them all off because I needed the money. And yeah, so I've been unlocking like a few bits and pieces here and there, and we now have, if I was to pull up my binder, which is that one, we have 244 cards of the first generation. Oh yes, and 119 of 213 of that one, and 115 of 228 of that one. We're getting close on the numbers. Now it's going to be like, yeah, by the way, now we can have like shed tons of cards, and we're boned because it's getting harder to find first gen, let's put it that way. Anyways, so on that note, I've got this lot to sell. I employed Mr. Meast here because Dark Oak, who even though she was a good employee, she's not as good as Mr. Meast here. Mr. Meast is an absolute, well, for lack of a better word, beast. 9.8 on checkout speed, 8.2 on restock speed, enthusiasm and move speed is 7.2, which is pretty damn good. Now, I could get hold of a greeter as well. I could get all of this, and I kind of, well, I probably will do when it gets around to like decorating properly. But for now, I had to strip the place back because of getting that entrance in, as I didn't know what was about to happen. So, with all that in mind and done, I can now open the store, which is fine. Now, what I am going to do is I'm just going to let the store run for a couple of days, and so we can mount up a good amount of money, go from there, and then start decorating properly. I mean, we're going to turn this into a proper card shop. I've got all of the stuff unlocked now. So as we've got supplies, we've got all of the packs of cards. I've now got all the facilities unlocked, and I've got all of the storage shelves unlocked, and I've got all of the card sales, all of the card displays, card battle tables we've got unlocked, and other, which is, well, as I said, I want to put the luxury cashier desk in because it's 10 grand. But we've got all of this other stuff to do. We've got all these decorations to look into as well. And we're going to try and make one of the greatest card shop in the world. So that's my intro. That's my intro done to this video. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And as this video is going to go on, I'm probably going to mention it a couple times because I do forget what I've spoken about and so on and so forth, because I record these in bits. One thing I do want to do is I want to do a couple of live streams, maybe one or two, I'm not sure how it's going to go yet, and we want to run through some of these achievements, like get 5 rare cards from card battles, do these on live stream because it means I can talk to you guys whilst we're going through the monotony of this game, and at the end of the day it's all good. So hopefully you're enjoying this series, and if you are, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notification button below. I'm about to go on like a couple of hours of an absolute bender of playing this game, and I'm going to be trying to earn probably in a region of about, I want to do about $300,000-$400,000 in sales over the next however long it's going to take me. Okay, so let's move this over a little bit. Let's try and build a scene. of what I'm kind of aiming for. So far, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Wooden floor, wooden shelves, wooden this, wooden that. Yeah, that's cool. This is, ooh, it's a, okay. I think when it comes to that sort of floor, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. It might be all right if I don't know, because I normally like to do it for a till thing, so that might be okay to like mark off like the till area, maybe, or we use that as like our gaming floor, so upstairs, because upstairs obviously we need to decorate up here as well. This might be my floor for doing upstairs stuff. It's a bit more shiny, it's a bit more nice, and I think it would make cool for a nice game room. So I think that's kind of all right up there. I can't remember the other thing I bought. What was the other thing? Ceiling. Ooh, okay. Okay, which one screams geek? If I'm gonna be brutally honest, it's gonna be this one. I prefer the actual like divots in the actual tiles than that one. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Wall color has to change. I really need a different wall. So I think what we're gonna look at the tile roof, which is completely fine. I need a nice wallpaper or a nice tile. Right, if this isn't a wall, if this isn't for walls, I'm probably gonna paint the walls. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint the walls. Color wise, it's gonna have to be like, it's gonna have to blend in with this and that, well, this and that. So kind of thinking like, I don't know, maybe a gray. Let's have a look at colors. Paint. Oh, paint, oil paint. Okay, so let's have a look. This is the highest end generation here. I think light green's too much. Lake blue, I kind of like that. Black's too bad. Ice blue, lake blue. Okay, so let's try that. Lake blue versus ice blue, and then we'll see what we got here. So this is, I'm assuming this is lake blue, and the other one is ice, the other blue. I'm kind of more drawn to this. So a darker blue, wooden shelving, that tile, and that floor. And then that's going to be my color code for downstairs. So let me get this painted and we'll go from there. Okay, so painted everything the blue color, which I kind of actually really do like now. We put the walnut floor down and we've put the square ceiling in. Kind of looks all right. My only issue now is that this bit here isn't painted blue, but that's just the joys of scenery. Fantastic. Anyway, so this is kind of the aesthetic I'm going for, and I actually do like this. So one big rack of cards, and then what we do is we take a base set, which is obviously the cheap ones, and we put them next to these ones, and then we got like Gen 2, and then we'll put Gen 2 here, and then we'll put Gen 3, and so on and so forth. And we'll do that all the way up into the counter here, because obviously with the counter here, the queue goes that way. So I kind of want all the cards to be against the wall, hoping I can build the wall. Worst comes worst, I move this elsewhere and we'll figure out where we can put it, which is completely fine. Now, for the rest of the shop, I actually don't really know what I want to do. And the reason why is because, you know, it's hard. And you kind of want the shop to look kind of aesthetically nice, but at the same time, you don't want to overcrowd it. So I kind of figured that from here, this is kind of the level of shop I'm looking at. I'm looking at having obviously stuff against the wall, so it kind of, that's where the shop ends, and then the shop floor, so you can see over the aisles. And that's something I'm kind of fighting with right now. So here we are. We're in the shelf section. I don't want something massively tall. I obviously don't want something like really horribly short either. So not quite sure where I'm going. I think these black shelves might actually be like the thing I'm really looking forward to. I'm kind of thinking this might be the best way to do the whole shop, maybe, because they're not massively tall, these ones, so we can kind of see over the top. Also, we can get 3 on there. So if we're looking at doing like the actual toys, so if we look into doing figures, we've got 3. I think we're 3 on each one of these. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So yeah, we've got 6 toys in each generation. Now if I just put a whole shelf together of like we'll just do like shelves over here with just toys, because the game tables are going upstairs, it doesn't really matter. So we could just do a whole rack of toys against that wall, and each shelf would be like the first 3 and the second 3 of each generation, which is kind of where I want to go for. And then up here with this wall here, this would be where I could sell all my extra bits and pieces, again using the same sort of shelving maybe, and we'll see where we go. But then we've got to put out the merchandise somewhere, and as each one of these is like a 3er, so we only need like a couple of shelves, we could add that into like the decoration wall as well. And that's kind of where we're going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head off and I'm going to go and do this now. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's more like planning things out and making sure it all looks good. And when I come back, I'll click my fingers and this whole shop will actually look a bit more presentable. And then that will be my aesthetic going forward downstairs. And then the only thing I've got to do then is we got to do upstairs, and we're going to do the whole floor in this. We got to go through that wall constantly, and then we got to think of like a theme for the game area. So not sure where I'm going, but definitely it's going to be fun finding out. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying this. If you are, let me know in the comment section of what you would do. How would you decorate your card shop and color coding and so on and so forth? And I'll be back in just a minute with the end result of what I'm aiming. And welcome back. In the top left you can see my shop rating is 100, and in the top right you can see that I don't have $600,000 left anymore. Bit of a shame, but it was worth it, because Not a Scam now looks like a proper card shop. One of these guys I normally use as a stocker, but I had to put everything out on the shop floor first. As you can see, that 5 minutes that we spent looking at the floor and colors and so on and so forth has paid off. It does look pretty nice in here, very clean, very awesome. And I'm going to run you through the store now. Obviously we've got racks for cards, but unfortunately we haven't got any cards to sell. I haven't opened any packs recently, so kind of like, or also, I mean, if you look at my binder, I mean, we've got 1 card. Yay. So if we go up to unit, that's how we normally tell what we got. Go all the way to the end. We haven't got many spares, so I kind of need to undo a pack just to like fill up the holes. So on the one wall we have our toy wall. This is Gen 1 through 7 of all the stuffed toys that you can get in the game. Gen 1 starts there, Gen 7's over in that corner, and we decorated it with the posters you can get behind. Bit of a pain though, you have to offset the shelving off by a little bit so you can slot the posters in behind. They act as a really thin layer, and it's okay, it's just like you have to move things around a bit. Over here we've got our shelf of special cards that come out of packs. Obviously when my restocker works and they put packs down and then there's a box on the floor and it's got like 1 pack in it, it's normally one of these. So these are special packs you can get for like promos and bits and pieces, and that's all good. The hole under the stairs, you can't put anything there, which is really annoying. I wanted to put a dragon statue under there just because I think it would look cool. I can't do it, the game won't let me, bit of a bugger. So, and then we got this. I like this. This is a good way of getting an entrance into the shop. You're faced with the counter and the big mecha guy, a big mecha ninja, and it's cool. And then we've got all of our cards. So as there's 6 shelves, I bought 6 boxes of each generation of card and stuck them on their own shelf. So Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, and Gen 7. This kind of annoyed me a little bit because I wasn't able to put the Gen 7 box next to the Gen 7 shelf, which didn't actually bother me too much when everything else kind of fell into place. So if I stand on this table and look at here, as you can see, it's, you know, very sort of, it's symmetrical. And the reason why it's symmetrical is because with the supply stuff, like, you know, your card mats and everything else, the merchandise, there's only 3 generations of stuff that's in the game. And I was like, okay, so that kind of annoys me. I can only put 3 shelves out. So having that card like generation 7 in the corner actually evens up the display for me. That makes my head a little bit happier. The world's a better place, much better. Okay, so this display here is basically basic supplies for mats and books, so collectibles and top loaders, and Gen 7 shelf on the side, which evens it up. And all the stuff in the middle is all the expensive packs of cards you can only get at certain times of the week. So the ones on the left can only be restocked between every Wednesday and every Sunday. The ones on the right are every Sunday, and the ones in the middle are the most expensive of each type. So most expensive 5 cards that only get done every Sunday, and the most expensive every 20 cards that get done every Wednesday. So most of the time these shelves are going to be empty, because once they all get pillaged, there's no more. That's a bit of a shame. Apart from that, we're all good. So I've got my card shelves down one side next to the counter, and a couple in the middle just to use up space, and we got some card tables in the middle. And I'm like, you know what, that's not a bad kind of shop layout. This is how most card shops kind of look. Stocks around the outsides and stocks in like cabinets, and then you've got your game tables in the middle if your shop provides game tables. Now with this game, it provides you with a second floor, which is kind of annoying. And the reason why it's kind of annoying is because you can fit everything in this game into one floor, minus like giant statues. And how I know that is that I have a room full of giant statues. I can't fit these in the store because of, just in fairness, their sheer size is huge. So the idea would be to turn upstairs into an actual like gaming room. So what I want to do preferably is open up about half of this room, obviously decorate it, paint it the same way, but just on the outside just have all of the statues on the floor so they've got somewhere to go. I haven't really thought about plants and stuff, just because I mean the problem with plants is they need watering, and even in video games I don't like putting plants out. I prefer to have like theme stuff, like the actual statues or the posters, or you know, big pictures of cards, that sort of thing. That would be more better for me. Now when it comes to outside the store, I left these here, and I honestly I got them because I did certain rewards. Yay me, that's kind of how I see things. Now I was gonna start putting the trophies actually on top of the shelves, but I haven't unlocked all the trophies yet, so that means that there's no point in doing it. And as you can see with achievements, if we look at this, there's like that one there's the golden dragon, there's this plant, there's this teddy bear made of Lego, there's the other golden hand, the blue hand, the green hand, the round of applause for extreme care, greet 200 customers. This is going up now because we have a greeter, so that all at some point all of these will unlock. I'll put them all onto the shelves. Complete 250 checkouts, that's being done as well. The millionaire one with 47,000. I haven't quite reached 1 million in cash because we just spent 600,000 doing the store up, so that was fun and games. And then we've got obviously daily tasks as well. So we've got all these other things to unlock, and I'm going to be honest, it's going to take its time. That's just the joys of this game. But where does this put me for now? I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like I've finished the game now, because the only thing I've got left to do really is to unlock upstairs and kind of do something with it, and then that leaves this massive space in the middle of my shop to do not a lot with. So I mean, I could put a row of card tables in the middle so we could do like more trading, but I'm sort of wondering what's the point. So I mean, I kind of see this game as finished now. It looks pretty, it looks nice. This is kind of what you're aiming for when it comes to finishing the game, and at the end of the day it's all good, and I've really enjoyed this game. This has actually been quite fun to get into. It's been quite fun to learn and quite fun to play, and I can only imagine what it's like with your friends, because like I keep saying, I don't really have many friends that play these sorts of games. So if you have enjoyed this mini series and you want to see more, hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. Let me know if there's any game out there that you want me to look into or play or maybe review, and from there you never know, you might create an entirely new obsession for me to get into, and something else I can bury some time into and have a little and just build a story around that topic. So until my next video, live stream, or whatever else I do on this channel, hopefully you've enjoyed this. I'm Hybridsteel, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you later. I'll say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. Bye bye for now.